Good morning.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
We're not used to doing this outside of a Monday morning, so happy Wednesday.
I still have my coffee though, so
good for you.
it plays.
Yeah, I need a coffee.
I'm a bit more awake for this than I am for our normal Monday episodes.
Randy, it's 10 a.m. when we go live with you, so you should be wide awake. Wide awake.
Yes.
Michael and I are suffering. Just kidding. Well, Mr. Ryan Bailey, CEO of TravelNet Solutions, thank you so much for joining us. One, very last minute, but two, on a live episode to cover the breaking news. I will kind of let you introduce of course, yeah. Would love to let you introduce yourself real quick, give us some background on you, but then let's jump right into the acquisition of Rented. This is
that'd be great. So I'm Ryan Bailey. I'm the CEO of TravelNet Solutions. So been with the company since the very beginning. We started, my brother and I and another gentleman started the company about 22 years ago. And so we bootstrapped the company. Recently, we raised this last July a large capital round with Blue Star Innovation Partners. And so we're really excited about the partnership and the future, how we can make our platform that much stronger for our customers and accelerate our product and engineering growth and our go-to-market and a myriad of others. And actually, that's a perfect segue to one of the areas of investment is through mergers, acquisitions. So we're super excited to bring Andrew McConnell and Rented. We acquired them here today and bring them into the TNS family. And as we think about that strategy overall, being able to fill the overall gaps of the platform through acquisition. So really excited about Andrew and his team, being a part of the TNS family and what the future better together is kind of our motto right now. So
awesome. I love it. Congrats. I spent the first 3 years of my hospitality career over at Rented. So glad to see it go through for the team and for you guys. It's a good pickup. Before we get into it though, are you a big Cowboys fan after that investment round?
Yeah, I my heart is still Vikes. I'm still a Vikes. We've lost both Super Bowls. I mean, but no, I'm definitely a Cowboys fan now. But I can be bought a little bit, So
sure. Sounds like a little bit at least for sure. So I think everybody wants to know, like, what was it about Rented that drew you guys? How does it fit in this one? And is it one and done, or what do we have coming down the pike?
Yeah. Great question. So love Andrew and his team, right? Like first off and firstmost, we're huge on our culture at TNS and our core values, mission, vision, and we aligned really, really well there. They've built a really strong product. We have some similar customers that we're excited about. So through the process, it fit really nicely. And also, as we thought about the future, a lot of our customers, pricing is a real thing, and the revenue management is even more so in terms of as we come into 2023, 2024, as demand softens, bookings soften a bit, supply grows post-COVID. So we think a very important part of our strategic plan is building that single platform, that single pane of glass for our customers. Pricing and revenue management is a critical part of our customers' ecosystem, and so we wanted to be a big part of that as we go forward. In terms of like, is it one and done? No. So part of our raising the capital, invest in obviously our people, product and engineering, accelerate our go-to-market motion. But a big part of that too is mergers and acquisitions. And so part of that capital raise is, hey, looking at the overall platform that we have and our products and our suites, solutions for our customers. What are the gaps? Where are the opportunities for us to get better in some of our solutions? And definitely revenue management pricing is a big part of that. Definitely, we're not thinking about it as a roll-up, right? A traditional roll-up. We want to stay away from that. We have a lot of really good products and solutions already. And so we're really being thoughtful about where are the gaps in our platform And then, how do we deeply integrate them so the end customer, the end market can truly log into that single pane of glass and not still have, even if it's a financial roll up, it's still not, fragmented technology, which isn't ultimately that great of experience for the customer anyways, right?
Yeah. So describe how, obviously nothing's going to change tomorrow, but once the full deep integration and they've kind of been absorbed, what it looks like for your customers or mutual customers. Can people still use the third party plugins, or are you going to, is the rented pricing going to be part of the track monthly bill? Is it going to be an add-on?
Yeah.
Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, it'll be an add-on, but and we've been very forthright in terms of like our marketplace and our partners is, hey, we aren't going to mince any words. Like we want to be the platform, a fully integrated platform, and it's not an or function for us, right? The and are you an or an all-in-one solution, or are you a best of breed? And for us, we always looked at it as like we can do both, right? We're going to build that single platform and we're going to build the best ecosystem. And I've always admired Salesforce's approach, right? Like HubSpot isn't scared to go into the Salesforce marketplace, but Salesforce also bought Exact Target and Pardot, and they have marketing automation, and it's called the Marketing Cloud now, right? And so, how I think about it is, I think it keeps everyone really competitive to make sure that the end market has the best solution, right? So, like, we don't rest on our laurels. The ecosystem doesn't rest on their laurels. And we build the best pricing management software we can, integrated into our solutions. But if a customer still wants to use Beyond or Wheelhouse or Price Labs, absolutely, right? They may have relationships there. We just think there's a big opportunity, and what we hear from our customers constantly is, how do I consolidate my vendors? How do I consolidate my technology stack? I can't handle another customer success review call. I want to consolidate into one partner. And so really that's what we're excited about, and we want to deliver that for the market.
Well, Brandy, I don't know if that conversation sounds really familiar to you at all today, because we've had that literal conversation just a couple hours ago. So I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, that's a big, it's a big pain point, especially I think if you're maybe a small to medium sized operator, is all of a sudden you just have, all these different account reps and different logins, and you have to make sure that everything works together, and maybe you sub something out and now things don't work as smoothly before. So kind of the conversation has been like, is there an all-in-one solution that can really deliver the results that you want? So I think that you guys are definitely doing something very smart by buying acquiring a company that's doing a great job and helping start that process of consolidating some of that tech stack.
Yeah. And giving companies this enterprise layer, right? So like you can have these different modules and you can have these different systems, but still give me one login that I can be able to use these different tools, functionalities, or plug into the ecosystem if I so choose. But, I just think there's so many companies that are hungry for it because, like you said, we hear from our customers all the time. I mean, I put myself in our customer shoes. I mean, we see it too. Okay, I got a customer success review with my housekeeping app, and then I got one with my revenue management app, and I got my digital marketing. And you're like, well, how many success reviews can I actually do in a quarter, in a month? I got to run my business and keep my owners happy, right? And so we think there's a real need and hunger for that, and that's what we're going to try and accomplish for our customers.
Yeah, and how many tabs can you have on a screen and still understand what's going on?
Yeah.
It sounds like to me this strategy is definitely differentiated from Inhabit and Guesty, where they're rolling up competitors and jamming them into one, where you guys are going out building or acquiring best in class and maybe not acquiring additional customers through roll up, but building a stronger base, which ultimately your sales team should be able to go and sell more. Is that right? Or are you guys also kind of open to acquiring some competitors if that's what?
Yeah, I think your previous point is spot on. Like that's what we're hoping to achieve, right? Is look at our solutions, where are the gaps? Let's go acquire a really rock solid player, and then for our customers, figure out a way to integrate that so they have a seamless experience, a fully integrated experience. And, they're not logging in and out because security continues to become more of an issue. And all of a sudden, like, you have people logging in and out of like 6, 7, 8 different systems. Security is an issue as well. So there's a lot to be said about it. And I'm not going to say like we have our opinion that one way is better than the other, of course, but that doesn't mean like this market is so big. It's not a winner take all market. Like, and have it successful, right? Guesty's going to be successful. We also think there's a really a big opportunity for us to win in the enterprise. And always for us, the enterprise wasn't like you have to be 1,000-person or 1,000-unit company, right? Like the enterprise could be someone that's like 35 units, but it's a way of life in the company and how they wanted to operate and consolidate. And so we're really trying to achieve that enterprise feel for these companies with a consolidated technology footprint and limit the vendors.
Is the track pricing model percentage, or is it flat rate or a hybrid?
We have a hybrid, right? So we have flat rate and then also transactional.
Makes sense why you'd buy a revenue management company first, then to drive revenues up and make more money, right? If your clients are making more money, you're making more money. So
right. Well, at the end of the day, you just can't go. I mean, being in the market for 20 years, you just can't go in and just raise prices. You have to show value, right? And so, if a customer sees value, I'm going to pay for that value, right?
Yep.
And if I can show you a real strong proposition and say, hey, this is how it's going to save owners, right? Because everyone wants your best owners on 30A. There's only so many 5-bedroom homes that make $250,000 a year in the Panhandle in 30A. So everyone wants those. All those rental companies want those. If I can show you strong value, how to make sure you retain your owners, you keep your employees happy, right? Your guests are happy. I think that's ultimately that's the leveling of the playing field, right? So,
yeah, 100%. And there's, to your point, there's 3 parties to every transaction in the space,
right?
So keeping the employees happy keeps oftentimes the owners happy if they have a relationship with a certain person there. And if the employees are so sick and tired of technology that doesn't work or 10 different systems to do 2 tasks, spot on. I think I love the strategy. I'm excited to see what's next and where you guys take it from here. We've talked on the show a lot this year, and I think it'll continue on through next year of how mergers are important. It's gotten a little thick around the waist with how many vendors there are in the space. So the consolidation on the vendor side is good. The space needs it. There can only be so many different modules, and the power play of rolling it in and creating a best in class makes sense.
Right. And it's interesting, like when you start seeing that, when all markets go through consolidation, right? And it's kind of like the bundle and the unbundle, and then you unbundle, and then you bundle it back again, right? And so it's just interesting as all these companies, these entrepreneurs come in, and obviously they're coming in because there's still opportunity, and it still means that vendors are not meeting the needs of the customers, right? In some instances, right? And so I think that's the exciting opportunity, is that the need is not fully being met. That's why new companies continue to be developed, right? Both on the supply side and the vendor side. And so, we want to keep, pushing the envelope as hard as we can to make that all-in-one, platform, so.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I've kind of talked about it a lot on this podcast, but I've gone through 4 PMS changes in my time at Sexton. And so when you're doing all of those changes, you're interviewing basically. And I think that this acquisition adds just like another kind of check mark in your column for when you're answering potential customers' questions about why they should choose you over somebody else. You have a trusted brand. It's not like the one that you created. It's someone that they might be more familiar with. And I think that adds like a little bit more security when customers are choosing their next program. their next software.
Yeah, I agree. That's that's a really good take. It's good wisdom.
My next question for you would be, knowing that your strategy is acquisitions and mergers. When can we get you on the show again? When's the next one? When can we schedule this ahead of time so we
Yeah,
we
we're
get
already
on top
we're,
of it?
we're already to the end of the year. For sure, there'll be more to come in 2023. So we're
You're shutting it down already? Come
we're
on, it's November.
yeah we're we got a lot to do, and it's super important to us. We've spent a lot of time, like, when you integrate, because mergers, acquisitions can be messy, so you got to be really thoughtful on how you integrate into the culture. When you work 20 years so hard to build a culture, you got to be, it's so important. You may love the tech, but is the culture right? And so, again, I can't say it enough. It's when you're a company that has a culture of innovation and humble, hungry, smart, there's a lot of that in Rented. So we're really excited about bringing them into the fold, into the team, and we got a lot of planning to do and execution to bring them in. So everyone feels like when they come into the office or you sign on Zoom, you feel like you're a part of a team, right? You feel like you're valued. All those things really matter. Otherwise, they could just go work at another company, and very, very quickly. So we got to really do our best to make sure that they see the vision and what we're trying to accomplish as Rented and as a part of TravelNet now. So we're excited about that.
I was gonna say, with all the layoffs and everything else happening in the industry and outside the industry, to see a company that's going to go a little bit more on the aggressive side and just say, hey, like, instead of letting people go, we're actually going to bring on more, and use the money for that. I think it's a good sign. It's a good sign for the industry. It's a good sign for not only your guys' customers, but just operators as a whole, and technology companies as a whole. So it's
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think, like, yeah, there's definitely some macroeconomic challenges ahead, but I think the industry is still, like, it's never been brighter. The future's never been brighter. And I think more than ever, companies, as we come into maybe demand slows a little bit, like on the property manager side, I think they're going to look more than ever before on how to consolidate costs, create more efficiencies, right? Because you can buy and build the best tech, but your people are everything, right? And if your people are logging in out of different systems, there's not good leadership or management or people, process, and tools. Technology is one part of the game of a property management company building a good company. So there's a lot more to the human component side that I won't bore you with, but it's we want to be that technology provider, but we all know there's a lot more that goes into building a good company than just signing on with a good technology partner. So it's about the people as well, and I think that aligning that way with core values is super important in the industry, and the industry is super strong, and I think 2023 is still going to be a great year for many companies.
Agreed. Well, appreciate you joining us, sharing the news.
Yeah,
Can't wait to have
absolutely.
you back.
Yeah, I'll be back. Thank you so much for having me, and appreciate it. And the next acquisitions, I'll be back, and we'll be chatting and wrapping soon enough. So
I like it. I like it. Well, we'll see everyone who tuned into the live again Monday morning, and anyone listening or watching the replay. We'll see you then as well.